U.U.U! What's up, y'all? It's time for another episode of this Maiden marathon. Let's keep going, baby. Today, we're going to be checking out Dance of Death. Y'all ready? Let's get it. That's what I'm talking about. First two songs kicking ass, baby. Let's keep it going.
Wait till then. No more lies. 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 They're all sitting at my table, talking tall and drinking wine.
Oh, I ain't never heard Iron Maiden with this much aggression and bass in their music, man. Just nasty. Let's keep it going. Let's go.
Your heart and your soul, deceiving
Okay, man. We're halfway through this thing, man. How I'm feeling about this album so far? I'm 50-50 with this album again, just like the last album, man. This album has some great moments on this thing. It has some great songs on this thing. And it also has some songs that's just kind of floating around in the background. So I'm 50-50 with this thing so far. Let's keep it going. So what I have noticed about this album is this album has bass in it, man. And I have not heard an Iron Maiden album with this much subwoofer bass in it, man. And this is different for them. This is quite different from them. So I don't know how I feel about it, but it's something different. Let's keep it going. So we've come to the end, man. Final thoughts about this album. This was a solid album, man. I can't complain too much about it. Wasn't their best album, wasn't their worst album. It was just middle of the road type of album. I'm gonna be plucking some songs off of this thing, throwing it in the playlist and keeping it moving, man. One thing I can point out about this album is this album felt like it was recorded in the studio. The previous work sounded like it was recorded in the garage, it was recorded in the auditorium, that whole atmospheric production. This one sounded like recorded in the studio. This album had subwoofer bass, it had enclosed sounds, and you can tell that it sounded very different from the atmospheric sounds from the 80s and some in the 90s stuff. This was a more polished, more up-to-date production. And when you say the word Iron Maiden, this is not the sound that I'm gonna be wanting to hear, because I've already grown to love the 80s sound. I can't believe I'm saying that, but hey. Closed-minded, busted open, man. But hey, man, I love that I'm checking this band out, and I'm definitely a fan. And this is not one of the albums I'm going to be coming to as a fan, because I want to hear that recorded in the auditorium garage sound. And that's just weird, man. But I'm rambling, I'm going on and on. This album, middle of the road, not bad, not good. I'm gonna be plucking some songs off, throwing it in the playlist, and keeping it moving. You guys saw my reactions, just my thoughts. Till next time, out.